And it's the Kings to start out. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. The duo inside, it's Murray and Sabonis. Then there's Jay Crowder, then there's Zach LaVine, and it's Ellis in at the 1 spot.
And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we will just have to see.
Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chauncey Billups. Allie, what do you have to say?
Zach LaVine's name came up, and I asked how he plans to deal with him. And Coach said, quote, "What's scary about LaVine is how many ways that he can score. So there's no easy answer except for high-effort defense, and that's exactly what we're going to do." So the defense is trying to outwork LaVine tonight. We'll see how that goes. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. Pass to Kamari. Avdia outside. 6 to shoot. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. Back to Sharp. Goes back up. Rebound by Sacramento. Crowder outside. Sabonis with it. Sabonis with a screen on Thibault. Crowder left side. LaVine against Thibault. This one for 3. LaVine can't hit. Portland has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Three-pointer Sharp. On target from range.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
LaVine finds Sabonis. Launches it. Thibault with the board.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Poke loose. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. Ellis passes to Sabonis. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
And the physical style Murray plays with will serve him well in this league. Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
You know, when it comes to Keegan Murray, it's his all-around presence that helps this team, Richard.
Yeah, he's a very talented glue guy. He doesn't make a ton of splash plays, but he is steady and consistent, and coaches love players like that.
Now here's Avdia. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharp with tremendous upside to his game.
Ooh, it's stolen away. Here's LaVine for 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Outside Thibault. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Kamari. Back to Williams. Here's Kamari. Avdia from outside. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
First team foul.
1:52 left in the first. Pulls it from the top of the key.
Some energetic defense by LaVine, using his speed to stay all over the shooter.
Avdia with a steal. And they're pushing it up. Three-pointer Sharp. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Here's Ellis. Outside LaVine. Crowder a screen on Avdia. Here's LaVine for 3. And it's Portland with a rebound. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Back to Avdia. Pass to Kamari. Takes the 3. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down. Kings trail by 5. Picked it. The 3 is up. Kamari, that's good. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
Another area where they've excelled has been pushing it on the break. They're really getting after it.
Picked by Sabonis. Murray for 3. Offensive board. Crowder, the pass to LaVine. Second chance shot. It's good.
Zach Levine.
Levine's got 5.
This is how Levine operates. He hunts down shots and then fully commits to his selection.
Pass to Thibault. Off the outside. 24 seconds left in the first. Knocked loose. Murray scanning the floor. Crowder a screen on Thibault. Levine passes to Crowder. Here's Ellis. Fires the 3. Knocks down the triple.
3 points.
Afdia from outside. That one is off.
Credit to him for trying to get that 3 right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
Denny Avdia making it happen for... Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Trailblazers, what do you guys think?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc, and as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
Scoot at the 1 with Simons at the 2. Inside, it's Grant playing next to 8, and it's Walker in at small forward. That's the group for Portland starting the second.
I mean, with his height and size, stopping Valanciunas just isn't an option sometimes. What a jam.
Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Valanciunas passes to DeRozan. Portland with a rebound. Grant outside. And there's the foul. It'll go on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Pass to Henderson. 3-pointer. That one doesn't drop. And Davis has got the ball here for Sacramento. 7-point differential. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. 1 for 3, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Well, Grant, the Kings, one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, BA. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference. Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Trailblazers lead by 7. Simons outside. The 3 is up. Valanciunas with a rebound. For Sacramento, they've gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. There's Davis with the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Davis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. On the wing, Grant fires for 3. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Quick shooting from Grant. He gets it and takes it. It's just that easy for him sometimes.
Here's DeRozan. Pass to Monk. Fires from the corner. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one. There's Simons with a 3. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Simons against Davis. There's 1:54 left in the second. Here's Lyles. Pass to DeRozan. Over Grant. Lyles, the pass to Valanciunas. Fires the three. Portland with a rebound. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And it's Simons missing.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. May want to try a different approach moving forward.
The ball's knocked loose.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Pass to Davis. To the inside. Stolen by Ayton. Henderson against Monk. Henderson, the pass to Simons. Back to Henderson. On the wing, Grant. He has 6. Simons outside. No good from outside. Kings trail by 10. Monk passes to DeRozan. Shoots over Simons. And DeRozan gets it to go. On the assist by Monk. DeRozan's got his first bucket in this one. Henderson for 3. Nails it from 3. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
This is when you know Henderson is feeling it. And it's why his guys always encourage him to fire away.
There's Davis with the 3. Sinks the tray. Davis has got 6 here in the quarter.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possessions. And more NBA action. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. One of the stories here, Denny Avdia, getting it done today.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Taking a look at Sacramento, the duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine. Then there's Jay Crowder. And it's Ellis in at point. Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon.
Here's Murray. On the wing, LaVine. Back to Murray. On the wing, LaVine. Pulls up. And the jumper from the wing offline.
Defense got to roll the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Here we go, one-on-one. Crowder outside. On the wing, LaVine. Covered by Thibault. Sabonis, the pass to LaVine. 6 on the shot clock. And there's a pick. Avdia pulls it in. Portland leading by 6. Pass to Kamari. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jay Crowder. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Avdia outside.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Here's Thibault. No points yet. The 3 ball. Poke loose. Crowder outside. LaVine finds Crowder. Back to LaVine. Left side Murray. From deep. Portland with a rebound. They've led by as many as 11. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis. And the Kings going with a whole new group out there.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Sharp. Lets it go from deep. Knocks it down from distance. Sharp's got 6 points.
And you see right there the practice time Sharp's put in. Sound shooting mechanics for a guy who hasn't played a lot of games in his career.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Davis, he's checked in for Laravia. Simons with it, and Davis picks him up defensively. Davis against Simons. Outside for Grant. Stolen by Valanciunas. Now the Kings in transition. Monk against Sharp. Lyles, the pass to Davis. From downtown, drains the triple. He's got 11.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Simons outside. Pass to Ayton. No one near him. And he nails the jumper. Ayton's got his first 2 points.
Imagine how much bigger this lead might be if he were a little more selfish.
High post, Valanciunas. He's against Ayton. DeRozan passes to Lyles. 6 to shoot. And he drives in. Walker pulls down the board.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
There's Simons with a 3. Rebound by Sacramento. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds in the game. DeRozan with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton. Outside Davis. Shot from the low post is good. Davis has got 13 now. Trailblazers lead by 6. Now here's Simons. He's got 6. Sharp passes to Simons. Beyond the arc. And Sharp the bucket on the assist by Simons.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
Here's DeRozan. And that one good. DeRozan's gotten his second bucket.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Pass to Sharp. And out of bounds. The Kings will take it.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
Scoot Henderson's checked in for Portland. Here's Lyles. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Portland has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Henderson misses. And so DeRozan will bring it up for Sacramento. They trail by 7. Davis from long range. It's rebounded by Grant. Pass to Ayton. Outside for Grant. 3-pointer. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Portland ahead. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Inside, it's Grant playing next to Ayton. Scoot at the 1 with Simons at the 2. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Davis from long range. They grab their own miss. Pass to Valanciunas. Back to Monk. Puts up a 3. And the three-pointer goes.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Out to the right wing. Ayton passes to Graham. Out to Simons. Now Henderson. From deep. DeMar DeRozan grabs a miss. Kings trail by 6. Outside Davis. Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute played. DeRozan outside. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. Up top, Grant. The three. Fires in the triple. And the Trailblazers lead by 9. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Another big factor for them has been their ability to get points off of turnovers. The easiest offense is created by good defense.
1 for 3. Portland grabs the miss. Ayton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Monk grabs the miss. Kings trail by 9. From behind the arc. And it's Lyles missing. For Portland, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Oh, got a piece of it. Stolen by Davis. He's all alone. And Davis slams it home.
No doubt about it, guys. We've got a ball game here. I'm sensing a major momentum swing after the steal and run out. And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And it's Lyles missing. Trailblazers lead by 10. Grant outside. Here's Walker. Rebound by Sacramento. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Portland has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
A line change here for Portland. Off the outside. Outside Sharp. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
Right side, Levine. Jacks up a 3. Heibel with the board. The Trailblazers have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Avdia passes to Thibault. Pass to Sharp. Takes a 3. Hits the trifecta. Sharp's got 9 points here in the second half.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Trailblazers.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from 3. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
They got a lot of great solo efforts tonight, but probably none bigger than the performance for Anthony Simons.
He really managed to shine on both ends of the floor, finding lots of opportunities to affect the game and make an impact.
And it's Crowder missing, so it's Portland now. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Fires from deep. And Sharp the bucket on the assist by Avdia. And the Trailblazers lead by 14. Murray, a screen on Thibault. Here's Levine for 3. Pure from three-point range.
For 3.
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
Things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
That free throw good from Sharp. He's perfect from the line this time. Avdia against Murray.
3 points.
So no problem for Portland as they get the win. A competitive game, you have to...
one to the NBA. And Greg, what stands out for both of these rosters is that they both feature top-tier athleticism.
And Kevin, that bodes well for us, right? There's a lot of speed, some great athleticism. I'm sure we're going to get some highlight reel plays tonight.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 slot.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder. Just an all-around terrific basketball player.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. That shot wide open.
Such a confident young man. Scoot just goes for it.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Chauncey Billups.
He immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of their scouting report. He told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task, guys.
All right, David, thanks.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The 11-footer, and the shot is long. Portland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. The tray, and again it's Portland with the 3.
Oh, just an excellent feel for the game. Scoot Henderson understands how offense is played.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Sinks that one from the post. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 7 points in the game. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams with the block.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up again. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. He's got 9.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
And the Trailblazers with possession here. The Thunder making the shot. Jordan against Sharp. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. The jump hook, and Holmgren finishes inside.
I'm encouraged watching Holmgren finish through contact because it's something he's going to have to do consistently.
Henderson kicks to Avdia. Avdia with a screen for Sharp. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Here's Oklahoma City. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Dort misses. Trailblazers trail by 4. Pass to Sharp. Puts up a 3, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Hartenstein with it. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Dort. It's Gilgeous-Alexander at the elbow. Henderson pulls it in. The Trailblazers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 14 points. They set the pick. Pass to Kamare. That 3 off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Beyond the arc. They grab their own miss. The 3-ball. Trains it from beyond the arc. He's got 9.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Tenders the dishes to Avdia. Here's Kamari. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Outside, Dort. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the... Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense.
Walker out there with Ayton. Then it's Anthony Simons. Then there's Jeremy Grant. And it's Rupert in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Anthony Simons came into the NBA at age 19, and he's paid his dues, working his way up from the end of the bench to a starring role. Coach Chauncey Billups says he just believes he's one of the best players in the NBA, and confidence is a big thing. Well, Kevin, he certainly earned it. Back to you.
I would totally agree with you, D.A. Thank you so much. And here is Williams, following DeAndre Ayton's 3. Williams can't get it to go. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. 3-pointer. Caruso grabs the miss. Under trailing by 4. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Here's Grant, following the score by Oklahoma City. Here's Rupert. Caruso grabs the miss.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
And stolen by Caruso. Mitchell finds Wallace. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Portland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Portland again missing.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Williams with a clean look. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Now, here's Simons. Over Mitchell. Portland again missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And it's Wallace penetrating on the wing. Wallace. The kick out to Williams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Wallace the pass to Williams. 4 on the shot clock. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Loads of expectations come with going number 1 overall, Stan. We all know that. Just ask DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, Kevin, I think he's become one of the more underrated players in this league. He was the top pick in 2018. People will always measure him against that standard. But look, he's averaged a double-double every season in the league. It's not easy to be that consistent.
Outside, Simons. With nobody on him, he parries the jumper. Simons has got the game tied up here for Portland.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And the rejection by Ayton. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. They get it again. The kick out to Simons. Pass to Rupert. Back to Simons. Here's Rupert. A miss that time. Would have put him up. There's 53 seconds left in the second quarter. It's Williams, high post. Wallace, the pass to Williams. And it's off from three-point range. And for Portland, they're shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Here's Rupert. He can't get that one.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selection. You have to be set up for success.
And Walker kicks to Ayton. Not really his range, and it's off target. Now, Caruso. Here's Wallace. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. It's all tied in Portland. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander really making a difference here.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
Taking a look at the Thunder. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. Now here's Williams. No scoring in this one. For 3, Holmgren. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Avdia dishes to Henderson. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Oklahoma City shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Avdia against Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. From outside, off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
They stand the last few decades, we've seen the 3 become more and more necessary for offenses. Wondering if you think that's a good thing.
Well, it is, and teams not only understand the value of making a lot of three-point shots, but the threat of the 3 spreads out defenses and actually makes it easier for you to get shots at the rim. So the 3 is absolutely necessary to be a great offensive team in this league.
Quickly, is the arc too close? Should they move it, maneuver that a little bit?
Well, the skill level is really, really high. I like the suggestion of keeping the arc the same all the way around, which would eliminate the corner 3.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Back to Avdia. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Avdia. Hands it from downtown. Avdia's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open 3s like that.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
That attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. Hartenstein passes to Williams. Cranes the three-pointer. Williams has got 6 in the quarter.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
First team foul.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
Excellent anticipation there to come away with the steal.
Oklahoma City moving it around. Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Robert Williams.
And able to get himself to the line. SGA so crafty inside there to get the contact.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Henderson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams dishes to Henderson. Pass to Kamare. Shot clock at 6. Portland needs to get off a shot. And now a fast break for the Thunder. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Thunder have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Sharp with it. Dort covering. Williams, a screen on Williams. They get it back. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. .24 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 20. Outside, Dort, just 5 to shoot. For 3, Holmgren. And no good that time. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And right after... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Bob Williams is out there with Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And here's Henderson following Lou Dort's 3. Avdia. The Thunder pull it in. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds now in the game. For 3. The shot missing. Trailblazers trail by 3. Sharp on the wing. The Thunder pull it in. Hartenstein's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Dort kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Dort. On the high post, and he swishes it right through. And the Thunder lead by 5.
The mid-range jumper from Dort, giving the defense a little wrinkle.
Outside, Avdia. Portland again missing.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Avdia on the wing. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Portland again missing. The Thunder leading by 5. Here's Dort. A 3-pointer off the mark. And so Henderson will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the 4th. Here's Kamare. The offensive rebound. The 3-ball connects from 3-point range. Avdia's got 9 points now in just the second half. Williams with the ball. Williams picks him up. Gilgeous-Alexander against Henderson. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Strong take by SGA. 6'6" with point guard skills. What a nightmare matchup he is.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Avdia. Sharp on the wing. Defended by Holmgren. Back to Sharp. 6 to shoot. Henderson passes to Sharp. High post shot. Henderson, no good.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Dort wide open. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance. But look, he's got to find something easy.
The Thunder leading by 5. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
Well, he's getting all he can offensively and making the most of it.
Henderson finds Avdia. Dort against Sharp. And the wide open shot from Avdia. No good on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Stolen by Avdia. Henderson outside. Avdia, the pass to Sharp. Back to Avdia. Over Williams. Portland again missing.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And here are the Trailblazers now. They trail by 7. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Williams looking around. Pass to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Just 4 to shoot. Fires the 3. Avdia with the rebound. And here are the Blazers. Here is Williams. Here's Kamare. It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target from the wing. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, is
Sacramento, California, the backdrop for the Thunder. Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. We know NBA games aren't played on paper, but if they were, this game wouldn't be close, Brent.
You're right, BA, but we're not doing it. We're out here on the court, and we want to see guys going at it. Tonight, given where these teams are, can the underdog step up, rise up, and get an unexpected win? We're going to find out.
A look at the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he buries his first look.
You have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside. It can add some spunk to your team.
Murray for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Going inside. Ellis passes to Levine. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. And they're running. Williams with it. Now guarded by Crowder.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
Well, it's rare to see a young player as efficient as Jalen Williams, Brent.
BA, it's been remarkable, especially when you factor in that this guy is relied on for a lot of shooting. I mean, his shooting volume is very high. This is a blossoming star for this team, and I'm not sure we could put a ceiling on what that potential is.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. And out of bounds, the Kings will take it. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Kings. We were talking about Chet Holmgren, the versatility at both ends. And coach pointed out one thing in particular, saying that Chet has the ability to create for himself. He's a tremendous ball handler for his size. He has great footwork, and he stays on balance. He knows it's going to take a team effort defensively.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. Inside. And the foul called on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
The Kings have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Here's Levine for 3. Fires in the triple. Levine's got 5 now.
And with how well Levine attacks the bucket, defensively, you almost have to give him space to shoot threes.
Pass to Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Let's go with a 3. The shot by Dort, no good.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Now here's Levine. He's got 5. From the arc. Hartenstein pulls it in. Thunder trail by 6. Pass to Williams. Now Holmgren. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Levine. Holmgren, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. And there's the whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. Sacramento leading by 6. And you look at the Kings, Brent. They've had several name changes over the years of their franchise.
Before becoming the Sacramento Kings, they were the Rochester Royals, and then the Cincinnati Royals, and then the Kansas City Kings, and then all of a sudden, let's get to the West Coast, and here comes the state capital of Sacramento. It's not really affected the winning, though, has it, BA? And Sabonis putting his size to use there. Great timing.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good. Unable to win this run. The Kings have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Yes, it's good. He's got 7.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Crowder, that's good.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. Here's Levine. Oh, and the jam by Levine.
That's the sauce right there. I mean, every night, Levine approaches the rim like it's a dunk contest. And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Dort for 3. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Levine way outside. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Levine's got 12 points. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and the layup is good off the glass.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And at the buzzer, counted.
Just textbook. Kept his cool and wait.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Sacramento?
They've made an effort to get out and run, using their speed in transition and scoring before the defense can get set.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
On the court for the Thunder, some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Hits both from the stripe. Well, Brent, something we've all noticed lately is the small ball era starting to wind down.
Well, BA, I think in people's minds when you say small ball, they're thinking about 6'1" guys on the court. That's not what we're talking about. It's a skilled game, and I don't think the small ball skilled game is going anywhere anytime soon. No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed and getting out on it.
Here's Lyles. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Oh, they get a hand on it. Monk with a steal. Pass to Lyles. DeRozan against Williams. Sacramento again missing.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
Joe, pass to Wallace. That 3's off the mark. The Kings lead by 10. Here's Valanciunas. Watched by Wallace. Back to Davis. Sinks the tray. Davis has got his first 3 points of the game.
Terrific feed from Valanciunas, a big man scanning the deck.
Outside Joe. Down low. Stolen by Valanciunas. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, it's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out. Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
DeRozan finds Monk. Back to DeRozan. Outside Davis. 4-3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Here's Caruso. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. DeRozan with the ball. Watched by Wallace. DeRozan up top.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the second quarter.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Here's Joe. Williams with it. Lyles on him. Here's Joe. They get it again. Williams passes to Joe. Knocks down the long J. Joe's got 6.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Again, the miss by the Kings. Thunder trail by 8. Caruso, the pass to Williams. And there's the foul. It'll go on Terrence Davis. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
There's 1:17 left in the second period. Here's Joe. Off target from outside. Sacramento leading by 8. 1 for 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Lets the 3 fly. Valanciunas passes to DeRozan. Williams with it. Picked up by DeRozan. Right side Joe. Outside Williams. Here's the 3. He drops it from range. 9 points in the game.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous lapse there defensively.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Davis from long range. Drills it from deep. And the Kings lead by 11.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Right side Monk. Valanciunas sets a screen. Up in time. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Sacramento. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Defense is setting the tone. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Boy, Zach LaVine has been sensational.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
This is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
The duo inside, it's Murray and Sabonis. Then there's Jay Crowder. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis in at point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
And over the last few years, SGA has emerged as an all-NBA level player, Brent. What's been the key to his success?
I think the key, BA, to him is his confidence. I think that he feels like he is overlooked on a nightly basis and does not get the respect he deserves. So he comes in with that chip on his shoulder, and he plays the entire game, coming at any defense that people throw at him.
From undrafted to a key rotational player, Lou Dort's story is definitely inspirational, Brent.
This guy has worked so hard to make himself into an NBA player. But I will tell you this, BA, he's never not believed that he wasn't one. And Luguentz Dort continues to make improvements, and the guys on the team love the way he approaches it.
To the paint. Doesn't go that time. Nice D from LaVine. Murray from outside. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander. Thunder trail by 9. Here's Dort. Drives to the hoop. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And Dort with the big-time dunk.
Here's LaVine for 3. The triple goes for LaVine.
exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
No, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Pass to Williams. From the top of the key, it's rebounded by Levine.
Now, the defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Off the mark there with a three.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Tipped away. The Kings lead by 10. Launches a three. Oh, Levine with another miss. For Oklahoma City, they've got just 2 of 6 in the second half. And there's the foul. It's on Zach Levine. That's his first foul. Kings on D. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Sends it home from three-point land.
Well, if you're looking for a 3-and-D player, Dort plays D, and there's your 3.
Sabonis, the pass to Levine. Look at Levine stretching his range.
He's accounted for over half their points thus far, shouldering the load offensively.
Williams misses. The Kings have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Man, the Kings have held tough. But it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Grant.
Well, what's the saying? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the Kings have to find that next level.
Just 5 on the clock. Murray, a screen on Dort. Here's Levine. It falls, and now he's 10 of 15 shooting. Nice work.
Yeah, this is an unbelievable performance from Levine. His offensive skill set is amazing.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander taking it inside. SGA.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
Sacramento leading by 10. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror. He sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. And here's Sabonis. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Levine way outside. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Holmgren's got 5 rebounds in the game. Hardenstein passes to Dort. From down in the low post, it goes. Dort's got 12 points in the game.
And Luguentz Dort, one thing you appreciate about him is he brings that competitive juice every night.
Levine passes to Sabonis. Levine with it. And he's got 28 now. There's the triple. Drains the triple. Levine's got 31 points.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They're pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
16 seconds left in the third quarter. There's the three. That one falls. Nice feed from Sabonis. Sabonis has got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. He gets it in there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points in the quarter.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Zach Levine. He's been the guy making things happen for the Sacramento Kings. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And Oklahoma City looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hardenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. Gilgeous-Alexander against Monk. A nice shot by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Monk for three. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Holmgren's got rebound number 7 tonight. The open shot by Gilgeous-Alexander. That's short off the rim. Sacramento leading by 13. Pass to Monk. And stolen by Hartenstein. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. On target from range.
Nobody's catching SGA on the fast break. Nobody.
Monk for three. Connects from downtown.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Pass to Davis. Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. It's an even 3-on-3 break. And Sacramento with some changes. Domantas Sabonis, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Murray comes in for LaRavia, and it's Levine in for DeRozan. Dort for three. The Thunder with another miss. The Kings have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Kings lead by 15.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Oh, I love the ferocity on the drive. Williams doesn't lack confidence tearing towards the rim.
Monk for three. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 8 rebounds in the game. Monk with a steal. From outside the arc, Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires the three. Ooh, poked away.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
On the wing, Levine. He's covered by Holmgren. Sabonis with a screen on Holmgren. Here's Levine for three. Left side Monk. Second shot opportunity. And that one's long. Thunder trail by 13. Monk with a steal. Pass to Levine. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Hay hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Sacramento.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
Dort against Levine. The three ball. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hartenstein.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Crowder, he's checked in for Domantas Sabonis. Pass to Levine. Fires the three. Sinks it from distance. Levine's got 39.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Kings.
Well, they were focused on being productive at the arc tonight.
And it ended up paying off big time. Just an overwhelming performance.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Zach LaVine.
It was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Here's Crowder. Pass to Levine. There's 38 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they've made some great plays, but way too many turnovers.
Dort outside. Nails it from three. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
They get it back. Crowder, the pass to Davis. The deep three from Levine. Kept alive. So no problem for Sacramento as they get the... All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So...
stays the home. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Bob Williams is out there with Denny Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Kings, the post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Ellis is out there with Levine, and it's Crowder in at the small forward. Murray sets a screen for Levine. The quick look, no good that time.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
And here are the Kings now. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound by Williams. And so Henderson will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And Richard, you look back, Zach LaVine has been one of those microwave-type players. He can get hot in a blink of an eye.
Zach LaVine is one of those players that when he catches fire, there is nothing you can do about it. He can score from deep, multiple level score. And when he gets going, ooh, it could be a problem.
Here's Sharp. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
A nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Crowder is screen on Sharp. It's Crowder on the wing. Here's Levine. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Levine against Williams. Sabonis sets the pick for Levine. The rebound by Sharp.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Wasted no time on that one.
Such a confident young man. Scoot just goes for it.
Puts up a deep 3. And Zach LaVine hits from deep. Levine's got 6.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Ellis outside. Lobs it up for Levine. Back to Ellis. Just 5 on the clock. Driving inside. Rebound by Williams. Portland's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Pass to Kamare. Back to Sharp. Offline with his 3. The Kings trail by 3. Ellis bounce pass. Murray for 3. Gets hauled in by the Trailblazers. Henderson for 3. Rebound collected by Levine. Sacramento's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Again, the miss by the Kings. Trailblazers leading by 3. Back to Sharp. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
On defense, the Kings. Pass to Sharp. Wide open. And the basket by Kamare.
Nice vision from the youngster. Sharp that time.
Now here's Murray. Defended by Avdia. And here's the fast break. Here's Kamare. Sinks the 3-pointer. He's got 5.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
For Portland, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Outside, Levine. Murray finds Levine. And 1:01 left in the first quarter. That's tipped. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. They get it back. Murray, the pass to Levine. Takes a 3. And it's Murray. That time on the assist by Levine.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter. Knows where to park himself and always ready to receive the pass.
And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Sharp. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Kick out to Levine. Back to Crowder. Murray looking around. No good on the three. And another turnover here by Portland. Six seconds left here in the first quarter. Levine for three. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Portland out in front, leading by 5. And we'll be back with you right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers, you've got Anthony Simons. Jabari Walker is out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Grant, and it's Rupert in at the 2-guard spot. And Davis can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 5. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
Right side Davis. Shot clock at 6. Monk for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Simons surveying the D. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. The Kings trail by 8. Here's the 3. Sinks the triple. Monk's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
How about the quickness of that release by Monk? An experienced catch-and-shoot player who feels comfortable firing from deep.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. But in the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. To the paint. And Valanciunas kicks to Monk. Lets it go with the 3. Simons with the defensive effort. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Portland. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Pass to Grant. And Simons wide open. He'll fight. It's hauled in by Lyle.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
9 feet out. Monk outside. The 3. Good on the three-point shot. Monk's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Sacramento. And something that every NBA player has now that maybe they didn't a couple years ago, RJ, their own personal trainer.
Well, it's just a beautiful investment of your own resources back into your body. I love that players are hiring chefs, dietitians, sleep aides, and the teams are hiring them. I love every aspect of that.
And here's Davis for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Rupert. He's guarded by Davis. Back to Simons for the 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. The Kings trail by 11. Monk for 3. Drills it from outside. Monk's got 9 points.
And you gotta love that three-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
Walker finds Simons. And he can't answer back the three-pointer offline. And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
Simons with a screen on DeRozan. Grant for three. Simons from outside. Again, Simons missing. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Great teamwork leading to some exciting offense. DeRozan showing us how it's done with the alley-oop.
Rupert hits the three-point bomb. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
And it's Davis missing. Trailblazers have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And that one drops for him. Grant's got 5 points now this quarter.
And mid-range isn't exactly Grant's go-to spot, but he takes a focused shot there and gets it to go.
Great open look there.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through
it. There's Lyles. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
No good on the second free throw. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Trailblazers lead by 5. Live from Golden One Center. You're watching 2K Sports.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shots. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shots.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Really an incredible game from Malik Monk.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
They've got Levine, Jake Crowder out there with Lyles. Then it's Sabonis, and it's Ellis, and at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Henderson, no one around him. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Sabonis, the pass to Levine. And Levine throws it down.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Henderson passes to Sharp. Out to Henderson. Here's Kamara. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Sharp against Ellis. Fires the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Williams has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And the wide open shot from Avdia. Portland no good that time either. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for Sacramento. It's a 5-point game. On the wing, Levine. Defended by Sharp. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. Sacramento making a switch here. Murray's checked in. The Trailblazers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the lock-in at the break. To the left wing. Here's Kamara. Buries the long-range jumper. Kamara's got 8 points.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Here's Levine. They swipe it. Sharp on the wing. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Levine sets the screen for Ellis. Clock at 6. And the wide open shot from Crowder. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Sharp finds Henderson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Levine puts up a deep three. Had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't sink the three. Pass to Sharp. Beyond the arc. And he's good on the three ball. Sharp's got the lead up to 11 now for Portland.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Trailblazers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Avdia gets the bucket.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Right wing. Back to Henderson. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Williams kicks to Avdia. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
That was okay, let's say that was an odd play. You don't see misconnections like that too often.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Monk, the pass to Davis. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's Monk. 12 points for him. Pass to Wiles. Back to Monk. There's the three. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Walker the pass to Grant. Here's Rupert. No good from outside. The Kings trail by 11. Monk kicks to Wiles. The three. The three-pointer is right on target.
And you got to appreciate just the presence of mind there. Monk demonstrating solid court awareness by finding the open man.
Here's Ayton. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. That's a 2 from Simons. Hits the jumper in space. Simons has got 8 points.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Davis dishes to Valanciunas. Out to DeRozan. Over Grant. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Shaedon Sharpe making highlights. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
And the ability to drop your jaw with the pass is something you rarely see in this league. What a talent he is.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, we've got Walker. He's out there with DeAndre Ayton. Jeremy Grant is out there with Anthony Simons. And it's Rupert in at the shooting guard position. And it's Ayton missing. The Kings trail by 10. Outside, Davis. There's the triple. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Ayton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Simons from outside. Hits it from three-point range. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
And the dime going to Ayton, expanding the passing part of his game.
Valanciunas, good.
I mean, what is there to say about that finish other than, wow.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substituting on the court.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Malik Monk, he's checked in for Ellis. Here's Sharpe. Good on the triple. Sharpe's got 11 in the second half.
An exciting player coming into his own. We're seeing all of what Sharpe has in this one.
Crowder from outside. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. This one for 3. Monk grabs the board. The Kings trail by 14. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Henderson, no good.
And, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
He's just a ridiculous athlete. Like, for me, I enjoy watching Zach LaVine use that athleticism to the fullest.
Pass to Kamare. Whoops, they pick off the pass. From deep. It's hauled in by the Kings. Outside Crowder. Sabonis, the pass to LaVine. Now here's Crowder. 6 to shoot. LaVine against Sharp. Fires from 18. LaVine can't hit. Trailblazers leading by 12. Pass to Henderson. Outside, Avdia. Drills the three-pointer.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Launches a 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Sabonis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. LaVine kicks to Murray. Outside Crowder. On the wing, Monk. Murray a screen on Sharp. Crowder with it. Williams picks him up. And the shot's good from Crowder.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Trailblazers.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up. Whether the last several shots went down or not, 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
Williams with the block.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from. They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Outside, LaVine. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. 1 for 3. Avdia with the rebound. From deep three-point territory. Misses there. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which
matchup in store tonight, Doris. Two conference rivals set to clash once again.
And BA, there's typically a little bit of chippiness because it is clear these two teams don't like each other, and you and I are here for all of it.
Here's the starting group for Portland. We've got Jeremy Grant, Denny Avdia out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Klingon, and it's Kamare in at the four-man spot. Hartenstein passes to Williams. The three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Pass to Simons. Three-pointer off the mark. Here's Oklahoma City now. Williams in the post, working on Grant. Out of bounds, it'll be Portland's ball. Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside. There's Simons with a three. Drops in the three.
First bucket of the evening. Now, both teams are really looking to exploit matchups here.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Here's Holmgren. Finished off the break.
And in transition, Holmgren has speed, but he also plays under control.
This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. No good on the three. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. There's Simons with a three, and the three-pointer goes. Simons got 6 points.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the three in transition.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Soft touch off the glass.
Let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
Avdia from outside, and again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Pass to Williams. Here's Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Why, the length of SGA. Get off your feet, young fella.
Now Graham, wide open. Again, the Trailblazers, good for 2.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Dort outside. Three-pointer. Hartenstein finds Dort. Simons against Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. To the wing, right side. Williams from long range. Portland with a rebound. Now here's Grant. Here's Kamari. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Dort for 3. He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Avdia. And you watch Donovan Clingan. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, BA. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Pass to Dort. Screen by Holmgren. Puts it up. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
And there's the foul. It's on Anthony Simons. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
1:03 left to play in the first. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And Clingan pulls it down. Portland leading by 4. From the arc. Again, the miss by Portland. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
34 seconds left in the opening quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against Avdia. Shot clock at 5. Williams from long range. The shot off that time. The Trailblazers have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Portland again missing.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
Now the Blazers moving it up. On the wing, Grant. And that does it for the first quarter. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 4. Nope. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Trailblazers.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
We've got Kenrich Williams. Isaiah Joe is out there with Cason Wallace. Then it's Alex Caruso, and it's Williams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Dagnall said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. Outside Joe takes the three. That shot off the mark.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line. Oh, good three ball by Henderson. Now, this is the part of his game that he wants to keep developing.
Caruso, the pass to Wallace. Outside Joe. 4-3. He buries it from three. Joe's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
And talk about payback. He hits the revenge triple.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
Buries it from three.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Pass to Reith. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Williams passes to Wallace. Williams a screen on Sharp. Wallace's shot is good.
No defender within 5 feet of him, just inviting him to shoot the three. That's a dangerous proposition.
Well, OKC has a great track record with their draft picks, and it seems like they got another one in Cason Wallace.
Wallace was the 10th pick in 2023. He's going to give you great physical pressure defense on the perimeter, and then he's going to play to his strength offensively. OKC rarely misses with their draft picks, and they didn't on this guy.
Williams passes to Wallace. 6 to shoot. The shot. Walker pulls down the board.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Thunder trail by 9. Williams from long range. The shot no good. Sharp against Caruso. Pass to Walker. Fires for three. Counted from distance. Walker's got 8 points.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharp with tremendous upside to his game. He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. May want to try a different approach moving forward.
Puts up a deep three. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. A minute 53 left in the first half. Caruso, the pass to Williams. Back to Caruso. And here is Williams. And there's the foul. It'll go on Matisse Thybulle. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
There's a minute 40 left to play in the first half. Williams from long range. The Thunder with another miss. Here's Portland now. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Reith. Still without a bucket. And here's Joe. Fires from way outside. Thybulle with the board. Jacks up a three. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Down by 12. Joe, pass to Williams. Caruso outside. Outside Joe. Pass to Wallace. Clock at 4. Oh, a two-handed power slam.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Caruso, right side. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Outside Sharp. Knocks it down from distance. Sharp's got 6 points.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And so it's Portland in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We'll be right back after this word.
They're measuring up the shot.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Without question, Jabari Walker displaying his skills today.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Checking out the group for Chauncey Billups to start the second half. We've got Anthony Simons. He's out there with Denny Avdia. Klingen out there with Jeremy Grant. And it's Kamari in at the 4. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Kamari, that's good.
Assisted by Anthony Simons.
And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. And it's Dort off the drive. Holmgren finds Hartenstein. Simons against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort. Simons with a steal. Avdia left side. Lets it go from deep. Hits the three-pointer. Avdia's got 6.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Gilgeous-Alexander against Simons. Gilgeous-Alexander punches it home.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Jeremy Grant averaged single digits in points the first 4 seasons of his career, but over the last 4 seasons, he's scoring over 20 a game. He said it all changed for him back in Detroit, adding, quote, "I grew as a player, being the #1 option and seeing different coverages. Now I'm reaping the benefits," unquote. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it. You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Now Hartenstein. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball. Portland leading by 11. And here's Simons outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Just 3 to shoot. The Thunder with another miss. Portland has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling.
Well, being aggressive and assertive, the big man snatching the rebound.
Pass to Williams. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12 points.
You love how fast Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gets into that shooting motion. As soon as it touches his hands, it is ready to go.
Knocks down the triple. Thunder trail by 12. Holmgren with it. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Pass to Williams. Out of bounds. It'll be Trailblazers ball. And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. The 3 is up. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got 4 rebounds now. Outside, Williams. 29 seconds left in the third. Shot clock at 6. And Williams punches it home.
And the vision is far past his years. Williams with great decision making.
Now here's Simons. He has 6. Launches it from deep. And so it's Portland going into the break up 12. And they've racked up a ton of turnovers. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simons. Now here's Holmgren, tightly guarded. 5 on the clock. Outside, Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Simons. Back to Grant. Simons outside. For 3. Grant's shot is off. Thunder trail by 12. Holmgren, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. There's Simons with a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
And here's Grant from the arc. The Thunder with the rebound. Holmgren's got 8 rebounds in the game. The Thunder have gone 0 for 3 in this 4th. Not good. Optia from outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Trailblazers lead by 18. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Portland.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
Oklahoma City's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Dort carries it down low.
Well, Dort touched the paint, and he was immediately thinking score.
If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Simons. Williams grabs the board. Thunder trail by 16. Dort outside. Williams on the wing.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Out to the wing.
2 minutes.
Launches it. Hits the trifecta.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
For three, Klingon. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Hardenstein's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside, Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Simons against Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Beyond the arc. They get it back. Hardenstein passes to Williams. Misses the 3. Portland leading by 13. Optia outside. From behind the arc. Doesn't fall. Now 4 for 6. Oklahoma City's gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Trailblazers.
And it was dueling 3-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And while there were some guys out there that played well, what really stood out was the production for Anthony Simons.
He was just everywhere for them on both ends, really, just showing a lot of aggressiveness and intensity.
Holmgren finds Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Dort. This one for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. 19 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
Fires away from way outside. No good. So no problem for Portland as they get the win.
some great guards going head-to-head in this one. Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. The post pair form will be Murray and Sabonis. Ellis is out there with Levine, and it's DeRozan in at the 3. Now here's Ellis. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren wide open. Off target with his 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Levine's shot is off.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Williams inside the line. The Thunder with another miss. And the Kings with possession. Ball's knocked loose. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. Pass to Holmgren. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. DeRozan defending. Good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Brett, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
Hartenstein inside, defended by Sabonis. Goes up with it again. And there's the nice layup by Hartenstein.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. Holmgren finds Williams. The tray buries it from 3-point range.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
LaVine against Dort. A new 14 for the Kings. Murray right side. It's good from long range.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter. Knows where to park himself and always ready to receive the pass.
Ellis against Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice D from Sabonis.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Dagnall said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin, he certainly will.
I agree. You know, David, he is fearless. Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
Ellis can't get it to go. The Thunder with the lead. Williams passes to Hartenstein. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
DeRozan scanning the floor. Down low, outside for Murray. Holmgren with the steal. 56 seconds left in the first. Hartenstein passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Drives to the hoop. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
So much speed from Shai. Used it there to get by the defense.
Pass to Levine. Takes the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Holmgren finds Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Well, at 6'6", SGA absolutely has the size to get up there and throw it down.
And the rejection by Holmgren. Here's Dort. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first. Kick out to Levine. Offensive rebound from outside the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Levine's got 6 points. Here's Hartenstein. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Thunder?
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
They've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
Williams is out there with Williams. And it's Mitchell. Then there's Wallace. And it's Caruso in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
And not where he earns his money, that three-point shot. But he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
From deep, Williams. It's hauled in by Lyles. The Kings leading. Well, Brent, last season was disappointing for the Kings after being eliminated in the play-in.
Yeah, a little bit of regression. They did have some key injuries to some guys in the stretch of the season that was vital for them to make the playoff push. But I think it helped them realize just how fun the playoffs are and just how hard it is to get back there. And maybe in this offseason they come back a little bit more focused, knowing how loaded the Western Conference is.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Outside, Davis. From the arc. And the 3-ball is good.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
From deep, Williams. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
And the dunk by Lyles.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Valanciunas sets a screen for Davis. Carter kicks to Davis. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And they're trailing by 5. Williams finds Mitchell. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Wallace. A 3-pointer, no good. Sacramento's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 6 from 3-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Off target from 3-point range. Here's Lyles. And it's off from 3-point range. The Thunder shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. For 3, Mitchell. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. You know, it used to be teams hoarded their cap space to make a big splash in free agency. But, Brent, why is that less common now?
Well, really the mechanisms for you to retain and maintain your star power has gotten easier for teams as they have gone out for big extensions to make sure that their star is shining brightest.
Monk's shot's good.
And just solid overall instincts offensively for Monk. He knows exactly when to pull up, especially when the D isn't in his jersey.
Again, Mitchell missing. Kings leading now by 5. Lyles with it. Williams picks him up. Taken away by Williams. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game. Pulling in the right direction. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
Williams can't get it to go. And now the Kings fast break. And Davis wide open. He shoots. Knocks down the 3 ball. Davis has got 6.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Now here's Caruso. Still without a basket. The offensive rebound. The Thunder shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. The first one falls. And Williams drops them both. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Monk dishes to Davis. Launches it. Offensive rebound. Miles with the wide open look. A 3-pointer off the mark. Wallace against Monk. 3-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Wallace has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. On the wing, Monk over Wallace. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. The lead is 2. On the court right now for the Kings. DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Zach LaVine is out there with Ellis. And it's Sabonis in at the 5 down low. In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yeah, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They've built from within. They've built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with a coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
On the free throw, no good. He's listed at 6'5", but Brent, Jalen Williams seems so much bigger than that on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, one of those guys that has more presence on the floor than the measurements you look at on paper. This guy plays bigger. He's got a great frame. He's got great strength. He's got great poise. And there are a lot of people who are going to recognize just how talented Jalen is.
Now, here's Dort. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Ellis wide open. The putback. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Outside Williams. Holmgren kicks to Dort. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Bucket is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11.
He's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
Pass to DeRozan. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Shoots the 3. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
He is scorching the D, exploding offensively.
For 3, LaVine nailed from 3-point land. 9 points in the game so far.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 14.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Oklahoma City leading by 5. Nobody near Williams. They grab their own miss. Hartenstein passes to Dort. Fires for 3. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Traps in the tray. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 8 now for Oklahoma City. Ellis against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's DeRozan. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. DeRozan's got 5 points in the quarter.
Getting aggressive inside. DeRozan refuses to waste that opportunity.
It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dort. And a miss there on the triple. The Kings trail by 6. Levine inside the three-point line. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds in the game. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Dort passes to Hartenstein. Out left to the wing. Over in the corner, Dort. They shoot again. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Holmgren in the high post. Murray on him. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And it's Murray with the jam.
He's so agile at that wing position. The defense has to keep an eye on where Murray is in transition.
And the shot goes in.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Sabonis, kick out to Levine. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Up again. Williams passes to Hartenstein. Now here's Williams. Off target with his 3. There's 31 seconds left in the third. From past the arc. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Wiles.
0 defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open 3.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 21 in the game.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Holmgren in the post. Wiles there. With 4 seconds on the clock. Kept alive. Here's Holmgren. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Thunder. It's been And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. That puts them in the lead. And the Kings lead by 2. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Kings?
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities.
On offense, here are the Thunder. Williams from outside, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And I like how unselfish Dort was on that play, freely giving it away rather than trying to chase down something for himself.
Monk dishes to Davis. Carter with a screen on Williams. Monk, the pass to Valanciunas. Valanciunas crossed the double. 5 on the clock. Here's Lyles, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. Over Carter. And Davis pulls it down.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
No good from Valanciunas. Oklahoma City trailing. It's tipped. Here's Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Carter, the pass to Lyles. Davis setting the pick for Lyles. In the corner, it's Monk. Out the basket.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
Here's Hartenstein. Holmgren the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Up top, Dort. Second chance shot. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Williams inside the line. And so the ball's out of bounds. Monk touched it last, they say. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now guarded by Murray. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Crowder pulls it in. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. First team foul. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter.
So much talk about the work ethic of Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong defensive play that time.
Ellis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Levine. And the rejection by Holmgren. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Yep, that one goes.
Seems like Gilgeous-Alexander's next shot is never far off. He can get the bucket they need.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
And not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
Holmgren comes with the double team. Levine wide open. Nailed from three-point land.
Yeah, and such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Dort wide open. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the Thunder lead by 1.
Right spot, not blinding the lights for Dort. Ready for the moment. He took advantage.
Sabonis kicks to Levine. Nails the triple.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
And here are the Kings now. Ellis with a screen on Dort. Knocked loose. Williams with the ball. Now defended by Levine. From downtown, buries the long-range jumper.
Lugans, Dort, give it to him.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Levine, money!
And that was so clutch. I mean, they're in front by the slimmest of margins, in need of a stop right here.
Over in the corner, Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Driving in. Count!
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Timeout, Kings. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
And guys, it all comes down to this. One shot to win the game. They have just enough time to run a play that'll lead to a catch and shoot here on the inbound. Maybe one quick pass and then get it up.
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. That was a